Momentum, the power of small steps. Momentum is one of the most underrated forces in personal growth. People often imagine progress as something dramatic, big achievements, major breakthroughs, sudden transformations. But the truth is far simpler. Progress is usually quiet. It begins with small steps, repeated consistently, until something powerful starts to build within you. That power is momentum. Think of momentum as the engine that takes the spark from part one, your decision to begin, and turns it into movement. The biggest problem most people face isn't lack of talent, lack of resources, or lack of intelligence. It's the lack of consistent motion. They start for a day, stop for a week, try again on a Monday, quit on a Thursday, and restart next month. This cycle kills potential because it never allows momentum to grow. But here's the encouraging part. Momentum doesn't come from doing big things. It comes from doing small things without stopping. 1 page a day becomes a book. 10 push-ups a day become strength. 10 minutes of learning become expertise. One small choice a day becomes transformation. And momentum is powerful because it changes not just your results, but your identity. You begin to see yourself as someone who follows through, someone who moves, someone who doesn't quit. This shift in identity is more important than any external achievement. When you believe you are someone who takes action, taking action becomes natural. But how does momentum actually start? It begins with what I call the minimum action. This is the smallest possible step you can take toward your goal. So small that you can't find an excuse to avoid it. If your goal is to get fit, your minimum action might be a 5-minute walk. If your goal is to start a YouTube channel, your minimum action might be writing a 3-sentence video idea. If your goal is to improve your life, your minimum action might be reading 1 paragraph a day. The mistake people make is wanting to begin with intensity instead of consistency. They want to go to the gym for 2 hours on day 1, then feel exhausted and quit. They want to study for 5 hours, then burn out. They want to change their whole life overnight. But real growth doesn't work that way. Intensity impresses people. Consistency changes you. Momentum grows when you stack small wins. Every time you show up, even for 5 minutes, you're adding another brick to the foundation. And the more bricks you place, the stronger the structure becomes. Soon, showing up stops feeling like effort. It becomes a habit, a routine, an automatic part of your identity. That's the power of momentum. But we need to address something important. Momentum doesn't stay forever. If you stop moving, it fades. That's why it's crucial to protect it, especially in the early stages. Life will test your consistency. You will have days when you are tired, busy, unmotivated, or frustrated. These days matter the most, not because you need to perform perfectly, but because you need to keep the chain alive. On those difficult days, your goal is simple. Don't break the momentum. If you normally do 30 minutes, do 3 minutes. If you usually write a full page, write a sentence. If you usually train hard, stretch for 2 minutes. Do something, no matter how small, to remind yourself, I'm still in the game. Protecting your momentum is more valuable than doing a perfect performance. And here's the part most people don't realize. Once momentum builds, success becomes easier. It feels like you're being pulled forward instead of pushing uphill. Your confidence grows. Your discipline strengthens. Your goals become clearer. Your belief in yourself increases. Challenges feel smaller. You start to think bigger. Not because your dreams changed, but because you change. Remember this: the hardest part of the journey is not the middle, it's the beginning, before momentum exists. Once you push past that initial resistance, everything becomes lighter. Not easy, but lighter. And every step you take now is an investment in the future version of yourself. In the next part of this series, we will move into something directly connected to momentum: discipline, the force that keeps you going, even when motivation fades. If momentum is the engine, discipline is the fuel, and together they form an unstoppable combination. But for now, remember, your future doesn't require giant leaps. It requires small steps, taken consistently. That is how momentum is born. And once it starts, it can change everything.